There we go, because now the time's counting up. What's up, everybody? It's Unsweet Tea, episode 4. Thank you for tuning in. We got King Aries over here. What's up?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Queen B.
We got QB,
Ow.
the quarterback in the building. Today, we're going to be talking about dragging out relationships. When is it time to let it go? So, who would like to define, what do we mean by dragging out a relationship?
Meaning when
Louder for the people in the back.
there's an analogy I'm trying to use. Something about running its course.
When it runs its course.
What is it saying though? Can you help me? I'm having a brain freeze.
When something runs its course.
When time has run its course.
Time
There
has
we go.
run its course, yeah.
So that's basically what we mean by dragging out a relationship. You're staying in a relationship that is no longer beneficial to either one of you guys, So that's what we're going to talk about today, because there's a lot of people that are dragging on relationships, whether it be a friendship, an actual, romantic relationship, or a relationship with a business or job, whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's just time to walk away and let it go, because it's just making you a disgusting person. It's miserable inside. I don't like to be miserable,
I guess. Shit. I guess.
Tony Braxton in 7 Whole Days. You did that just now. I don't know.
I don't know that reference, but I think a relationship is any two human beings coming into contact that spend a relatively large amount of time with each other. Like when I think of dragging a relationship, I think of pretty much like you said, a train going off its track. And I guess the question is, when is it time to let it go, or is it sometimes worth it to try to put that train back on course? You feel me? So in a relationship, I would say some people are unaware that it's like going off of track. You feel what I mean? Like, what's y'all experiences with that?
I'm gonna just do this. Am I going like,
I think Dr. P, I think that me and King Aries have a lot of experience in this. So
a wealth of knowledge.
I got something too. I don't know that I've learned from it, but go ahead.
I have had some relationships with individuals, whether it be romantic relationships or relationships between me and someone that is my friends.
Okay.
That I just kept on chugging. Like, yeah, it's gonna work out. We're gonna fix the problems. And it was very detrimental to my character. It was detrimental to my life, because I was like, my blessings were being blocked because these people really were not beneficial for me at all. Like, they were some live-in haters on my life. They were like leeches. They like sucked everything out of me. Money, my emotions, everything. It was really, really bad.
So, like, you said leeches. Some people don't know when they're being leeches. You feel me? Like, they might be like, you might call them out on something. They're like, what the hell are you talking about?
I mean,
listen, if we're going somewhere and every time we go somewhere I'm the one paying, you have to see something is wrong with that.
Yeah.
You're being a leech. You're being a user. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, like,
I don't think any sex is that good to where you gotta pay all the time.
True.
So,
I had this really good friend. We're not friends at the moment. I guess growing up, I was the romantic, or the blind romantic, if you will. And anyways, so this girl, I always had to convince her to go do things, right? And every time when she needed a favor, there was no convincing. I'm just that friend. If I'm not busy, I got you. Even if I'm busy, when I'm done, I'm sliding through to help you, right? That's what friends are for. So then I realized, I was like, but then every time when I was like, let's hang, and when I say hang, not even on some like sexual romantic shit, like let's just go vibe, she was always like, I don't know, whatever. I had to like kind of be like, I always had to persuade her. So then when I told her like, hey, I realized that I always show up for you when you need things. You know what I mean? We may need different things. I just enjoy companionship. I don't need help or whatever. But when you need help, and then when I need like, hey, let's go vibe, you not coming along. Right. She got madder than a bitch, and she stopped fucking with me. And I'm like, you just
out.
Let's have a conversation about this. But
pull the rug out from under her. Now her game's open.
Well, yes, I'm actually.
I was nice about it.
I recently just. This person doesn't even know they're cut off. I just kind of like went through.
Hey, rude. Rude.
I went through all my social media. I took them off of every single social media that I have that they were on, because you are a fake ass bitch and you're not a friend. You're a user, and I don't like that. Like, you can't show up for me for certain events, but I'm always showing up for you for certain events. No, you're not gonna. First of all, You're not gonna ride my wave so that when I do become good, big and famous, you gonna be like, oh, that's my friend. Nah, I'm only your friend because I could benefit you and you gonna get money out of me.
You
It's not
wasn't
gonna
shooting
happen.
with me in the gym.
Right. So, peace. My first real relationship that I had,
How old were you, B?
15.
15.
Hey.
And the guy was 24 years old. Yes, yes.
She liked the mature
I
guys.
was really, really mature for my age, and he was a truck driver. And, you know, being 15, you have somebody that's a truck driver, that's money, he got a car, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything's gonna be okay. You and your friends gonna be good. So, yeah, I was like a little pimp, I ain't gonna lie. So, he benefited me in a lot of different ways, but, I feel like he was only using me for sex. Like, that was weird to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like every time, like, he'll come and, like, we'll get it in or whatever, and that's it. Like, after that, like, he just go by and just, like, we don't chill, like, other than that, we just did that, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he gave me money and stuff, so then I started feeling like, damn, like, you prostituting me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
nigga, you, like, only coming through to, you know, you just say yes. You only coming through to, like, sleep with me, but then, like, if I ask you for money, you're giving it to me. If I want something, you're giving it to me. To me, I feel like that was, like, a small, slight prostitution. So I'm like, nah. So then what I started doing now, what I did is I started talking to somebody.
That's a very mature way to go about it.
And I
Sarcasm.
was talking to both of them at the same time.
Okay.
And the other one helped me break up with that one. So it's like, you know, it's kind of...
So
Just on to the next branch.
We swing to the next branch. You know, so it was like, I mean, the other person kind of helped me realize, like, nah, like, it's like, why you putting up with that? Like, nah, that nigga really is hard down using you. So it's like, you know, you gotta cut ties.
Cut it.
And I have like other people like that I've been cool with. I wouldn't say they're my friend. I would say you guys are like more like an associate. That I had to like stop talking to y'all. I had to stop talking to y'all because y'all was just some germs. That's what I'm telling you. That was some germs.
Hashtag germs.
Only there when things are good. Hey, King
Right.
Aries, we didn't hear from you though.
Hey
Any experiences?
man. Any experiences?
Or like one, everyone gave kind of like one example,
All right,
maybe
we'll give
personal
one,
experience.
Give one example. If I gave you every example, we'd be here all day. But all right, here's the thing.
End of the year, Bill.
Okay. No, but yeah, you're right. My experiences with different things like that, as far as just when to end things, it's kind of like somebody once told me that once you're not getting what you need out of someone, that you need to end it. And it doesn't make it be a selfish thing. It does not have to sound like it's a business thing. If you're not getting love, care, and affection, or you're not getting it consistently, why hang on? Because a lot of times what we do, and this is a gem coming, we tend to think that good people are good partners are good because they have good moments.
Yeah.
He's not a good guy, he just has good moments.
Right.
She's not a good girl, she just got good moments. And then
Sometimes great.
But it's not consistent.
It's not consistent.
So what the ball player who scored 30 points once or twice a season, that's who you want on the team, or you want a guy a person who consistently produces.
Consistency is key to everything. Like
Damn, y'all jumping the gun. Y'all jumping out real quick. So our audience is following. Some people are unaware that they're in dragon relationships. What are signs? And y'all talked about it, that if you're in a dragon relationship, red flags. Y'all said consistency. Go ahead. Keep
the
going
signs
on
that you're in a bad relationship, or you need to cut it, or in a dragging relationship.
Yeah.
Y'all break up every week.
Okay. Well, relationships in general. B,
But
we
see,
cut
this
you
is
off.
the
Go
thing.
ahead.
I feel like people hold on to these dragon relationships because you feel like the person's gonna change, and this is crazy because I just thought it and somebody wrote it at the same time. And so it's out of comfort. Sometimes you're just so comfortable with the person that you're scared to start over. So you hold on to this toxic person, whether it be your friends or your lover, you know what I'm saying? Either way, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I know this person for so long. This person knows so much about me. Like, I cannot not be their friend.
History.
Or I've been with this person for so long. We've been together XYZ. We experienced this together. So let's just keep holding on to it and thinking that they're going to change. But in reality, they're not going to change. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not changing. They're showing you who they are. Listen, people show you who they are all the time. We just ignore the signs. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
We ignore it because it feels good. If the person
Yeah.
is putting down in the bedroom, there are a lot of things you overlook.
Jesus,
Yeah, you overlook a lot of things.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons.
Or they pay your
You know,
bills, or they give you the feels. It's a bunch. Everybody has different
Yes,
things
it's-
that they prioritize, and once somebody knows what it is that can fill your void, they got you if you don't know yourself well.
You're right. Especially
But yeah, I mean, I was thinking like lack of consistency. They stopped doing something they used to do. That maybe they used to always come over, they used to always chill with you. Maybe they used to always like consistently show up for sex. Now they're not giving it to you anymore. Or, communication has like the patterns have stopped. Like once somebody's communication patterns stop with me, I automatically know something's up.
Right.
It may not be related to me. It may be like, hey, what's up? You all right? Oh yeah, I've just been busy with work. All right, cool.
So basically, they're consistently being inconsistent.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is.
Right.
I
You know
I
what
hope
I'm
people
saying?
understand what it is. Because,
Yeah.
you start to see, this shit is happening all the time now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, they're not coming around all the time. They're not doing this all the time.
True.
Or people are just using you all the time over and over and over again. Like, what I told you, this person, we would go out. I swear, I'm like, how you have a job and you broke, you never had no money? I don't understand this. If we go somewhere, we go to eat, the bill comes down.
You are their money.
I'm the one, I got to pay to foot the bill because, I'm not going to be embarrassed. we're not going to leave, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna
gonna be
take.
washing dishes.
So I'm not watching nobody dishes.
I'm gonna take that embarrassment. I'm gonna take that embarrassment. Hey, you wanna go in the dishes with me? Come on, let's go.
Ain't washing no dishes.
Hey, listen, we have some. Hold on. Hold on. I got some comments.
Thank you,
All
viewers.
right.
We appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Well, yes, Marie said, and sometimes we hold on hoping they would change. Yes. Elena said that what you see is what you get. There aren't any changes in a person, and she's like, I ain't holding on to nobody for the sake of no kids. I'm doing it for me. And I think that's true. There's some situations where people who have kids together, they feel like it's gonna be the end of the world, and they have to be together because they have children. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I think
No, you don't.
the best decision I've ever made, top 10 best decision I've made in my life, was getting a divorce, because I felt like I was too focused on what my child would go through inside of it. But it was more toxic to have the child around a dragging relationship, because there were times where
It does more damage to the child.
it does more. She knew that we weren't talking. She knew that she saw the tension. My daughter felt the tension.
Right, they can. They can
Sure.
feel it. They can hear. And because 9 times out of 10, you guys are probably arguing with each other. So
Yeah.
if you think that the kids are not paying attention, they're hearing everything. They hear and they don't say anything. They're
Right.
hearing and they're seeing. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. So it's very hard for me as a parent to want to stay in a relationship with any person because of children. I'm gonna be in a relationship with someone because I love them and it's benefiting me. We're happy. You know what I'm saying? And this is what Will
Hopefully
Smith.
benefiting them too.
Will Smith had a video that was posted yesterday, and I'm telling you, I think that was the most positive thing I've seen in a long time. He said that a person cannot make you happy. You have to make yourself happy.
Oh, Lord.
Okay? Internal
Yeah.
happiness is the key to having a very positive and fulfilling and prosperous relationship. You got to be happy within yourself. Your partner got to be
Alright.
happy within yourself, and then you guys can come together, and then that
Add-
happiness
add
can be
to each
shared.
So then,
Add
can
to each other's happiness.
someone
Right.
help someone get onto that internal happiness? Right? You know what I'm saying? I think someone can, right? I don't think it should be expected.
But be friends first, then.
You know exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, right?
Be friends first, and then when they situated, then we can explore something else. I gotta drag you along.
Yeah,
and make
you
you
know.
feel better good about yourself.
Oh yes, girl. She was like, the best decision I ever did was leave. She was in a toxic relationship of somebody, obviously, that
Yeah.
was, it was a dragging relationship. They have 3 kids together, and she was like, now she's glowing and she's happier than ever. And that's the truth, because I can see it through
Oh,
her
yeah. Oh,
picture.
absolutely.
I know her
Hey.
personally, so this is like
Hey.
a real
Hey.
Snapchat at DJD Polly. Hey.
Yeah.
Glowing. I like glowing.
No, I can't take it. No, but hey, shoot your shot, man.
Shoot
But
your
my-
shot.
My thing is, with those type of situations, we don't realize how many people are in those situations. Because a girl will hit you up, you do your thing with that girl, whatever, and she just disappears. She's back to buddy, and there's some type of control that a person has over that person,
True.
to where they'll drop everything that's so potentially good and go to someone back to that person. Like, what is that? Like, what makes a person, no matter
So
what?
did you see were there any signs or any red flags for you?
For me, the inconsistency in how they communicate. Like,
Yeah.
they only communicate at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of time in between messages and
Yeah.
just different things like that. It's like, all right, clearly she's talking. I like to believe.
Wait, hold on. She was
Oh.
like, what's the snap again? What's your snap?
Oh,
What's
she
your snap?
turn the camera, bro.
Hey,
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me turn it around real quick. What's the snap?
The
What's
snap. Hold on. Shishoy? Is that shit? No, that's
No,
not
Type it out.
listen, just put the damn Snapchat in there.
Shit, hold on. How
DJ
do I
Pauly?
use your
DJ P A
Hey, what up,
U
Durant?
L L Y.
Natalie,
DJ PAULLY. DJ Polly. Snap him.
Tyrone,
DJ D Polly.
Oh, DJ D. Okay, so
Ronco,
DJ
Cussafat.
DPAULLY. Go ahead, girl. Get him on Snapchat.
Hey, we matchmaking right here, bro.
right.
Potentially.
Potentially bringing Lauderdale together.
I'm so
Oh,
done.
we
Did not just say that
oh,
to
we
me.
brought the condom sales up just that much percent for
Hey.
one day. No, but
I'm done. So fucking done.
no, but I mean, what causes it? I mean, I know it could be sex or whatever, but what do you do to break the cycle?
Listen, good. Let me tell you something.
Hold up. Gem is about to be dropped.
Good.
Go ahead. I'm gonna turn the camera this way. It don't got nothing to do
Good
with me.
penis and good feet is really hard to come by, and I think that's why a lot of people stay. You know, it's bad, but
What?
it's the truth.
That girth.
You know?
That girth.
Why is your camera so clear and mine so
Bubba.
foggy?
I mean,
It's
You
bothering
gotta
me.
wipe the front.
It's
Get that wet rag.
it's not just that too. Sometimes you have people, you know, Chris Rock said something interesting on his recent Netflix video the other day where he said that he said kids, dogs, and women are the only ones that are loved unconditionally. And he said that men have to provide something. So that something does not necessarily have to be good dick or whatever. It could be sometimes for their entertainment. It could be sometimes for their humor. It could be sometimes for, I don't know, like, sometimes it's just like his image, right? Like a man who has money, who has a good job, and a girl is with him because she's there under his, you know, she looks good next to him, she thinks.
But you said a good thing just now.
Sure.
You don't realize you dropped a gem right now. What starts those relationships?
I drop them all the time, I forget.
What starts those relationships with people is they don't realize that, yes, you have a good time with that person, or you may have good sex with that person. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean you got to be in a relationship with them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Why can't we just
This,
fuck?
this,
Yeah.
Why can't we fuck
you
and
can
just?
be.
Or
and
whatever it
just be
is
friends.
that
Like,
you, or whatever it is that you
People
like.
want a title, and that's why people backtrack. They're like, man, I don't even like her that much. You realize after a couple months or a couple weeks, you're like, man, I don't really like. She's cool, but I don't want to be in a relationship with her. And that's when they moonwalk, and they keep them around, and they stay in these relationships.
So
It's like,
I think part of it is people don't know their self-worth, right? They don't think they can go and get that and something else
And that's the problem.
another time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have to know your worth. Please
Have
do
to know your
not
self-worth.
Stay in any type of toxic situation. If it's not going to get any better, it's just going to get worse, and it's going to deprive you as a person. So your happiness comes first. I don't give a goddamn about how much years or how much history you guys have, how great, whatever. Whether it's your friend, your job, your lover, you got to love yourself first. You come first. And once you put yourself first, trust me, everything else falls into
oh
place.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, part of it is
I agree.
our emotions are blinding. You feel me? Like they will cloud up our judgment, so we won't be able to look clearly and see reality for what it is. Like psychologically speaking, most people when they look at something, they see the negatives before they see the positives, right? It's like it's in front of you and you're like, oh, hold up, I see all the or if you want to like someone, my fault, you want to like someone, you see all the positives, right? You accentuate all the positives, my fault, but you ignore the negative aspects, you know what I mean?
Well, it kind of goes back to our primary perception of when we're children, when we're told by our parents,
You're
don't eat
welcome,
that, that's
Tammy
not
Ernest.
good for you.
You're welcome.
Don't eat that food, it's not good for you. But you're telling yourself, why are you telling me not to eat this if it tastes so good?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So if it feels good, people mistake it as
this
good.
must be for good.
No, it's junk food.
Exactly.
So that's the thing.
And sometimes something that's good for you initially doesn't feel good either because you're not accustomed to it or used to it. You know
Sex
what I
is
mean?
always gonna feel good, but
Yeah.
it's always gonna feel good.
I was just talking in generally in terms
Right.
of like,
Right.
you know, you might be like that person, oh, you know, I'm not used to that type of person, but like after a while you're like, oh
you
shit.
see, the problem is like when you have like a very pure heart in your heart, and you know what I'm saying, and you're just like a very loving person. Sometimes you're blinded by that because you want to see the good in
Yeah.
every single person, and you
That-
don't realize that.
That was me.
You know what I'm saying? Like demons walk in an angel-like body. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like just because someone seems like they're good, that they're not really good. Like it's like, you understand what I'm
Could
saying?
it work the other way around too?
I know what she's trying to
Yes,
say.
and the angels can walk in the devil's body too.
Hey.
So,
It was
Just
said
to
in the
kind of-
Bible.
Gems.
Tell him in the Bible, Lucifer was one of the most beautiful angels
Mm-hmm.
ever before he got casted down to hell.
Okay.
So That's she dropping gems right now.
Yeah.
It's Candy Crush over here. That's it. Well, I mean, what do you got to say about that, Pete? What do you got to say, bro?
Let's say about what the.
I mean, expand on that point. Like, just it's just because it feels good.
Yeah, I
doesn't
mean,
If
that
someone said too much good is bad for you.
too much
Yeah,
good is
junk
bad
food
for
right
you.
there. Yeah.
I love this. You guys, come on. Let's go. Let's keep
It's.
it rolling.
I think it's about being realistic. You know, I think we're so quick to say let's cut off people who are like negative energy for us. And I want.
Tammy, though? Okay.
Tammy, yeah, Tammy said she needed to hear this.
Oh.
Glad we
You're-
could be
you're
glad we
welcome,
could be of
Candy.
service.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You know, I think toxicity or negative energy is relative. What's toxic for you may not be toxic for me and for you. But you feel me?
Yeah.
Because we all carry different energies. Does that make sense? We ain't gonna go too meta. We ain't gonna go
Now
too
we're bringing
meta.
up some shows here.
Oh, man.
Roberto said as long as these women watch Love and Hip Hop, they gonna feel it's okay and fine and get dragged in an unhappy, miserable relationship. Well, I don't look at other people's relationships as goals. I see people be like relationship goals, this, blah, blah, blah. I'm my own goddamn goals, baby. I'm sorry. I don't want to be like anybody else. I don't want to live like anybody else. Remember, I told you I don't like to be lived under conformity. I like to be myself. Blasian is me.
You see
Nobody
the hat?
can
She
control
tried to steal my
me.
style today, but
Nobody can tell me how to live my life. I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna just do it in the most purest, most honest way that I can.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's it. The only person that I have to answer to is this man up here. He's the only one that can judge me. He's the only one that can do anything. So
Right.
none of y'all can't make me feel less of a person or make me feel bad about myself. I'm too confident out
Especially
here.
if you're doing the same
So-
things that you condemning her about.
Yeah, like
in the
the
dark.
hypocrites, right?
Yeah, right. Why are you going to condemn her for what she's doing?
So, you know, I understand what you're saying because there's a lot of women that think that because somebody has money,
You got Princess right here.
a lot of women stay with men because they have money. And vice versa. A lot of men stay with women because they have money.
or they can cook and clean and they
can
don't know
cook
how
and clean, and they're getting all this other stuff. You know, like they're getting a whole bunch of benefits from this person
that
but
they can't do for themselves.
that they can't do for themselves. So it's basically like they're using them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're not genuinely happy
Yeah.
with this person. Like they know this is not the person that they want to be with.
So
Or this is not the person that's for them per se.
Yeah.
But they're benefiting from it, so they just pretend to be happy. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
But when
King
you,
Aries,
when
you
you
want
tell
to
him,
say
when do you tell him? When do you tell him?
That's-
P. Come on,
So
man.
I was gonna say real quick, all of us kind of have some concentrations. What's up, everybody? All of us kind of have some concentrations in psychology. B studied sociology.
Psychology.
I studied some sociology. I want to get a psychotherapy doctorate. 5-10
these
years from
women
now.
is on
So
fire today.
They on one right
They
now.
on point. Wait, I'm gonna get to y'all. Hold on.
so King Aries, you were asking my fault. So
When do you let that person know? When do you let a dude know when it's like, yo, I feel like I'm being dragged. I feel like it's not 50-50.
Or a woman.
A woman.
you mean the person who's
Let 'em-
doing the dragging? So who's the one doing the dragging, right?
There's the one
who's
being dragged,
The one being the victim.
right?
the victim. Okay.
Right. So when do you let them
Gotcha.
know? When do you let it be known? When do you kind of put it out there? When like
I feel like as soon as you think it's happening, you let
Right.
it know. Why waste anybody's time? You feel me?
Right.
I was gonna say sometimes the one doing the dragging doesn't know that they're dragging, right? They're not conscious.
No, I think they are conscious.
raise
think
the
so?
eyebrow like the Rock.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they do know exactly what
They know what they're doing.
I think the
Know what they're
person that's being drugged doesn't know that they're being drugged until later on. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
just it's because this is the thing. Remember when you're okay, this is a cycle. This is something that's going on. You've been with somebody. Say you've been with somebody for 5 years. The whole 5 years, you think this is normal. Then somebody says,
Yeah.
"Come on."
So I'm gonna say something real quick, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something real quick, right? Like, in wanting to be a psychotherapist, I find it really fascinating. Some people are very aware of others, and they're not aware of themselves. And some people are very aware of others and not themselves, right? Ideally, when you grow up, you want to be 100 on each, right? Or 50-50.
Yeah, they lack empathy.
So, like, pretty much what I'm saying is, like, I think when I was younger and naive, I dragged some people not intentionally. I was just enjoying it, whatever. I thought I was doing the right thing, but I realized every time they got too close, I dipped. But that was like coming from, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't intentionally trying to hurt anybody. It just kind of worked out that way, So,
Right.
but I think anytime you feel like it happened, you have a discussion right away, and then you say, look, are you aware of this? Are you doing it on purpose?
Right.
I think,
And go ahead.
no, sorry.
I was gonna say, me being like, hey, King Air's got ladies hitting him up all day.
Oh
Um,
God,
so
not a player.
nah, personally, I was gonna say that like I'm a very I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, or I like to know that are people willing to like try to be better about the situation. You know what I mean? So if we have that conversation and they say they are and they're willing to put in effort, I might give them a second chance. How about y'all? You know what I mean? Like
What happened?
when you first, because
I mean,
you know what I
see,
mean?
this is the thing. I used to give people chance after chance. So I guess
I mean-
I'm biased now because
Sure.
I done kind of grew up and I kind
So
of
you
realized.
sour now.
I kind of realized that you can't trust people. People do not have a lot of people do not have really good intentions for you. So me as a person, like now I can pick up on who's good for me and who's
Yeah.
not. I don't trust people. My circle is like this fuck small. I'm gonna tell you that
Yeah.
right now. Small as fuck. I'm not letting just any and everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
people done rub me the wrong way, done my whole entire life, everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not letting them back in. So me personally, I'm gonna be like real standoffish.
Yeah.
I can keep it very cordial with you. We could work together. We could do whatever you want to do, but I'm not letting you in my space.
Sure.
So it's just for me to say, do you give people second chances? I ain't giving nobody no more chances no more.
So I think this is a teacher in me. I used to teach high school math. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like when a kid does something incorrect, I'll be like, okay, here's the right way. I'm gonna give you another chance to prove yourself. And I mean, I used to be like that too. I gave him way too many chances, but I still have a little teacher in me where I'll be like, I'm gonna give you a second chance now that you know the right way, and see if you try to, improve from that. If they then don't, then it's like, what's that saying? First time, like you fooled me, like fool me once. Shit, how does it go?
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah, pretty much. And then after that, it's a done deal.
Can we go into the comments because I got some really good points.
Oh, go ahead, Naive.
I love you too, Slim. This guy said, he said that I'm one in, you are one out of a million to think like that. I guess about the part not wanting to be like other people. Then he said these dudes don't be having no damn money. These dudes just done manipulating these women's minds that they don't know what's the truth or what's the real. That's very true. Men are very good at being manipulators.
Emotionally.
Slim said they know, they just ignore the signs. And then Domingo was like, when do you find your self-worth? And DJ Pauly hit it on the point, I guess, when you were saying something. Ashley said you have to let them know the moment you feel like that. That's the problem with this generation. They don't know how to communicate. I agree with you.
We're playing. We think we're playing mind games with other people, but we're actually playing mind games with ourselves. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We're playing ourselves.
Nana said that she ran out of chances. Wall.com with an outgoing personality. Domingo, he said you got to give them a second chance from a distance till they improve.
Okay.
That's
kind of like me.
I could rock with that.
Yeah. I guess that's what I was saying when I said give them a second chance. You're not necessarily like they still have the same privileges. You know what I mean?
Right.
But there's some people that think that people don't change. They feel like a person is who they are. They are not going to be
10 years later, they asking you for a booty call. 10 years later, y'all didn't talk. Hey, what's up?
People, I think.
What you gonna do? What we gonna do?
I think people do change. People do evolve. Not everybody, And I think when we give people feedback, they then know it, right? If you don't tell somebody what they did wrong, sometimes they don't actually know. They know they fucked up, but they don't know what exactly it is. But sometimes people fucked up and they know exactly what it is. So I feel like when you tell somebody, even if you go, like now, even when I get a girl number or whatever and we stop talking, I'm like, hey, by the way, this is what you could have done better. Good luck. Good luck. If she wants to tell me things as well, I'll be like, all right, cool. Or I took that into, I really do that. That's the teacher in me.
I don't care.
I'm trying to make the world a better place. Now you have no excuses for the next dude. You're just gonna be lying to him or the next girl.
You're trying to be Superman right now, man. You're saving these hoes, man. Stop saving these hoes. That's my opinion.
I care about humanity.
Nah, don't be saving these. Like, it's kind of like if they know, they have to be somewhat self-aware of what they're doing.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
My daughter said she out of chances. She said, I'm 30 years old, I'm out of chances. She's like, especially when you express the areas of concern prior to it happening and they just don't change. I'm telling you, some people, they just stuck in their ways. There is no room.
She's right.
There's no room for
So
improvement.
I'm gonna tell you what I heard. This like 26-year-old I ain't heard, right? We were You know, I try to get her DM. When I try to get your DM, ladies, don't take it too seriously. I'm curious. It don't mean I'm like feeling you. I'm curious to learn more.
You ain't thirsty out here.
I'm not thirsty. I'm just
No.
curious. You strike me different from other women. What's up?
I switched over platforms to Facebook.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you guys know, hey, how you guys doing? We're talking about when is it enough to be dragged in a relationship or any interaction? It could be friendship, relationship, sexual, whatever. When is it enough? What are the signs? What do you do? How do you get out of that situation?
True,
How do
true.
you identify it? How do you put yourself in a position to where you say, you know what, I'm done with being dragged, used for sex, used for money, whatever. I'm not getting what I need out of this. So tell me what you think about this. We out here.
But I'm gonna tell you
You got
something.
Queen B
Like,
right here. King Aries, you already know me.
Dr. P, what's up,
Dr. P
everybody?
right here. Just,
nah. So, homegirl said, guys are always supposed to be the bigger person. Even if a woman acts up, the guy's always supposed to be more responsible. So I was like, what y'all think about that, though, right?
First of all,
That's what I'm
planet-
saying.
like, this
A
is
lot of
the-
people
this
are not
is-
self-aware. They actually think these things,
I think
right?
this is why I don't have a lot of female friends, because I just ignorant shit like that. So first of all, everyone needs to take responsibility for their own actions. So if you did something wrong, you just need to own up to it and man up to it and woman up to it and and own it. Like, yes, I effed up. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let me learn from my mistakes and let me not make it happen again. Domingo had a very great point. He said, closure is knowing what you did wrong to improve with the next person.
Exactly.
I am
give
a very
people
strong
closure.
believer that us women and men, okay, I feel like when you're in a relationship with somebody and that person doesn't act right and you're acting right, that you're making them better for the next woman or you're making them better for the next man. I'm preparing you to leave me to go be with somebody else
Oh, you
because
just start a bitch.
you know what I'm saying? And it's true if you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was in a relationship, it was toxic, it didn't work out.
But did you get something from it too?
I didn't gain nothing from it. I didn't gain nothing. I gained nothing, right?
Another perspective, or
The only thing that you learn is not to make people walk all over you, right?
So you getting something?
something.
Then that person moves on to somebody else, and they become happily married, and you're looking at yourself like, motherfucker, like,
I was the
what?
starter. I was the starter chick.
What?
I was the.
I gave you all of the material that you needed to be a good man for me, and now you're a good man for somebody else. Why couldn't you be that for me?
It may not even been that. Maybe y'all just learned a good combination, regardless of how good he got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I say it that way.
I see this happen in life all the time, and it's crazy because it's like
Hi, Gia.
a man will be with a woman for like 10
Hi, April.
10 plus years,
Hi,
and then
Ashley.
they don't work out, and then boom, they get in another relationship and they engage.
Tell me your thoughts.
And they end up being married, and you're like, why you can't be married to the person you was with before? You know what I'm saying? So,
All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
Combination, man. I think some people just don't mix. I think that no matter what, I mean, my ex-wife right now could be with a guy and she could be doing offset. I'm not gonna sit up there like, oh, why weren't you that for me? I'm like, they may have a bit of. He brings something out of her.
Yeah.
Or there's something that maybe she have. There's a better combination going there. You know what I mean?
True. On that note, like Albert Einstein said something like this: insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting the different results, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I feel like I'm a very experimental person, meaning like I try different tactics to see how people respond. So that means like if I see like I think sometimes it's okay, even if you're a nice person, to be a little bit mean, to show people you have a backbone. You might not mean, right? But people call it mean.
Assertive.
Yeah,
All right,
assertive.
we'll call it assertive.
And then you'll see that sometimes some people are like, oh shit, B or King Aries is not the person to mess with. I'm gonna act better, or actually I'm leaving right now.
But that's kind
should-
of that's elementary though, because if it takes somebody being assertive to
It
put you
seems
in,
elementary, but a lot of people are elementary these days.
so you're
That's-
telling me that I should be bashing out windows and flattening car tires?
I did not say to
and,
that
and,
degree.
tires? How many
and doing
tires?
all of that, like, all 4 tires. I need to be doing stuff like that for you.
King
it only
Aries-
takes one. It only takes
King
one.
Aries said assertive. I guess we have different definitions of mean. By mean, I meant like I used to be the really nice guy and I used to take women's shit. You know, that's why I'm a little bit more aggressive now. As soon as she tried to like be like, I'm like, "Arr." I show the teeth. You feel me?
Hey man,
You
You
know,
feel me?
But you want to know something? That's
Go ahead.
crazy? I like to play.
tell me your thoughts, Brian. What's up?
I like to do reverse psychology.
That's what that's pretty much what I'm saying though.
And I think that sometimes it does work. Sometimes you have to go into this person's mind and play with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because my dog said, Wait, she said your psychology is kicking in, talking about trying different tactics. She was like, "What's his sign?
What's his
What's
sign?
his sign?"
Oh, man.
I'm a Libra.
He's a Libra. I
Libra?
love Libras.
Tony
That's so
Braxton.
funny. I love Libras.
But
Nah,
you're Libra
we-
too?
Nah,
What are you? Aries.
He's an Aries,
Okay.
but Aquarius, Libras. We I don't know, for some reason, like, I don't know what it is, but we really good friends because I have like
Yeah.
a lot of Libra friends.
Well, I mean, let me expect. The thing about it, I feel like it's kind of like if you gotta let people know not to mess with you, that means that they were going to. I don't like putting people off course. I like to let people know. No, you know, I like to observe. So my thing is, if that was what you were naturally going to do, all you're going to do is find a different way to do it. You know what I mean? You hit somebody's hand before they go into the cookie jar. All they're going to do is wait for you not to be there to do it.
I'm gonna say
So,
something though. I was born and raised in South Florida. I left here when I was 18. I came back 28, so 10 years later, and I realized, like us, and especially me, I'm at a much different level than most people, at least in the circles that I'm in. And I realized people don't call people out on shit down here.
That's
Generally
what Ashley
So-
was saying. And she was saying that they don't know how to communicate.
Right.
People
Exactly.
will have a feeling about somebody, but they won't open their mouth. They won't.
You
they
feel
won't
me?
regulate.
So
real
you
quick.
do have a lot of people who are walking around thinking their behavior, there's nothing wrong with it, because
And
no one.
That's not me. I'm telling you about yourself.
No one told them that, right? So then after 10 years or 20 of being this way, and you become very comfortable in this mentality, someone comes at you and says, yo, bro, that ain't cool. You would get all defensive, like, fuck, you get out of here, da 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 da. But the reality is, no one just ever called you out on it.
nobody called you out on it.
Nobody
Made you
ever
better.
called you out on it.
Iron sharpens
No.
iron.
And that's why a lot of people say I'm too aggressive because I be calling them out on their shit all the
No,
time.
you got to, though.
But how do they label you as a? That means that the girls they mess with ain't shit.
No, they
Or guys.
They don't. I've come to notice that maybe I have too much of a backbone, and that's the problem. And like a lot
Hey,
of
keep
men,
that, keep
I'm
that.
an alpha female. I'm gonna let that be known. I'm an alpha female. Like
Wonder Woman just came
ain't no man walking all over me. Ain't no man showing out on me. I'm showing out together.
But she's still nice and courteous
I am
and
nice
cute,
and
humble
courteous.
and all that, you know what I'm saying? She just,
I know when to be submissive to another alpha man.
it's situational. It's situational.
Okay.
Ah.
Because a lot of women, they think that that's crazy, but as an alpha female, you got to know there's a time and a place where you have to be submissive. You can't be all the time. Like it's not that's not how the world was made. That's not how we were made. Men and women were made to be a certain way. So you kind of like, I'm not telling you that you got to lay down on your back and be a doormat. No. You can be an alpha female and still be submissive to the right alpha man.
Who's proven themselves
And
over
who's
time.
proven themselves over time.
With consistency.
Exactly.
And you have to give them a chance too.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
true.
like a lot of women are just like first time they met them, they didn't meet their expectations. Like, well, he didn't even know your life before, right? They just take one sign and they're like, nope, that's not him. I ain't talking to you because you obviously don't care about me. It's like, I don't know what your trauma is.
It's just sometimes these bad dudes, these guys who drag these women, a lot of times they get set with that care package, that bitterness. So sometimes when you get
True.
to these women, you have good intentions, and then all of a sudden they treat you like. I asked the girl one time, show me a picture of your face or a different picture. Different times when you meet them, and they're like, "Oh, you want naked pictures?" I'm like, "I didn't ask you for that. I asked you for." You're so used to dudes coming at you that way that you feel like I'm a dude, the next dude trying to drag
Exactly.
you, trying to get sex out of you.
But a lot of men, they damage women. I'm telling
Right,
listen,
damage
okay.
goods.
And women have damaged men too. Women have damaged men.
Men damage women. Women damage men. So
Yes.
when a damaged man it gets into a relationship with a good woman, with a woman that's good for him, he doesn't automatically know how to deal with that because he's damaged. Do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
So he's not reciprocal of this woman that is actually a really good fit for him, and vice versa. Just like when women, like, okay, you've been with a man that cheated on you. Every man you've been with cheated on you, treated you like shit. You get with, let's say, King Aries, who's like a really good guy, right? And you're
we
damaged.
hope.
This is what a situation that he's damaged, and he starts, taking
You're a
you.
real New Yorker for that. Go ahead.
He's everything that you ever wanted in a man plus more, right? Let me turn around so they probably like, who am I talking about? He does everything for you plus more, right? But because you have your guard up, your wall up, because of all these other men that you've dated damaged you so badly, it sucks.
Yeah.
What-
You know what I'm saying? It sucks for him because you can't hold him accountable
Real
for
talk.
everything that other people have done to you. That's not fair to him.
Right.
And fellas, it's not fair to the woman that it's, you know, it's
You
vice
gotta
versa.
you gotta break down the assumptions, right? Just because they're exhibiting the same behavior, there may be different reasons. You're like, hey, why did you do that for? And be like, oh, because of this. Okay, cool.
Because they carry the different things into new interactions with different
Yeah.
people. They feel like everybody's the same. They blanket statement. Everybody's guilty to prove
Yeah.
innocent. And you do that, and it's just like the girl with the picture. She thought I was asking for nudes. I'm like, I'm not asking you for nudes.
Yeah, calm
I mean,
down, bro.
I'm
I
30
didn't want to
years
see your
old. I've
face.
seen enough ass in my life. I don't need no damn little cheap thrill. Show me a picture of your
But that was
face.
her bad. That was her bad. You
Yeah,
know what
right,
I'm saying?
yeah.
She just, I guess maybe his people
But
just probably
you
in
know,
her inbox all the time.
if
asking
you
her
are
for
the
it.
bigger person, I think you can explain to them, hey, my fault.
Which
If
I
you-
did.
Okay, cool.
Eloquently, I said, hey, look, I'm not looking for that.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for whatever. I'm not looking for that. Just, you have to come to a point where you realize that you're still hurt.
Yeah.
You're still hurt, and you shouldn't be talking to nobody right now.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna take your rage out on somebody else, an innocent victim.
I agree.
By
Right.
talking,
You guys,
you should-
men and women cannot. You should not get into a serious relationship
Serious,
until you are
yeah.
fully healed. Okay,
Serious.
fully healed and are rejuvenated from any
Yeah.
past bad experiences or
Right.
relationships, whether it be a friendship or a lover type relationship. Don't get involved with people if you're not healed and not comfortable within yourself.
I would say like
You can date,
you
but
can't
don't
date
get in a
and-
serious
and
relationship.
the person who knows that you're not healed, they have to have serious boundaries. Be like, okay, you ain't overstepping this, right? Because that's you trying to cling on for safety or whatever. You know?
But what rules do you set if a person, if you've been dragged, you were the victim that was dragged, what rules do you set for yourself next time? Do you say to yourself, and I won't sleep with somebody maybe
But
for
then-
3 months?
But fellas, and this goes back because remember we were talking about being honest. So say
Communication, yeah.
communication
Right,
is
that's what I'm
key.
saying.
Right.
Remember when you're dating someone and you guys are just kicking it, you're learning about each other.
Yeah.
So that's when at this time you need to be like, listen, you know what? I'm not really looking for nothing serious. I'm just trying to kick it right now. I just got a really bad relationship, whatever, vice versa.
Right.
And that person, they should be respectful of that. Okay,
Exactly.
that should be something now that you need to take in consideration. All right, she's not looking for nothing serious. He's not looking for anything serious. All right, I'm just gonna leave it as that. I'm gonna give them their space. I'm gonna give them their time. If they want to hang out, we hang out. If they want to fuck, that's it, and keep it moving. We all adults.
But some people they be falling in love in a week.
Well, you need to
There's
stop be falling in love.
these
Don't fall in
females
love.
out here, you know who you are. I'm not gonna name your name, but a week. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you text me? I'm like, I'm not your man.
Because there are a lot of women out here that say that, oh, I don't catch feelings.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Number one psychology. When you state something, that means that it really is what it is.
They're angry from afar, pretending, and then you know what I
Oh
mean.
yeah, they put on a mask just long enough. They'll put on their whatever mask it is long
Sure.
enough to where they get what they want, and then they take the mask off.
Or maybe they just normally they probably don't catch feelings, but then that person is just a really good fit for them.
Right.
And then the feelings come about because it's like, oh shit, like you
Yeah.
know, like I like this person, like this person is like really where it's at, or she's really where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
like every
When that happens, I would say have clear communication, because what happens is a lot of times women or men in that situation who find somebody who's like, yo, this person might actually be a good fit, they end up sabotaging themselves. You feel me? Like
yeah.
shoot themselves in the foot because they're just like, whatever, like this person ain't really it, and they're like being mean and aggressive to that person. It's like,
Oh yeah, I've seen it
feel
on
me?
plenty of times. I dated women who, they all their man cheat on them. All
Yeah.
of them did them dirty, everything, fucked whoever, right? And then I get with them.
then ladies, that's when
They
you
don't
become
know
a
how.
savage.
They don't understand what
Fuck
a
the
good.
white horse in a carriage.
Yeah. They,
Ooh,
yeah,
B,
hey man.
B,
Hey,
B.
geez.
this is daytime television.
Hey, that's the best time. They're awake. They can hear everything.
I agree.
But I've dated women where they just been dragged by dudes, and then when you come up on them like, hey, this is what a real man is, they don't even know how to handle it. They're just like, why are you so nice? Why are you so this? They question everything and they blow you off. They do certain things. It's just like, hold up. I was talking to this one girl and she was still seeing her ex. She was still seeing her ex, but she was like, no, I'm not seeing him. I'm like, hold up. You did what he did to you. So the abused become the abuser.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So you became the savage now, and you don't even realize it because you're
Yeah.
hurt. You shouldn't even be talking to me.
True,
You ain't
true.
worthy. You're not worthy of me. So that's how you gotta move on. You gotta patch yourself up,
Right.
and then go out back into the dating world when you're ready.
I'm gonna say something going back to that Chris Rock line. I think we tend to see men as more aggressive, but I think because men are actually, this is gonna sound crazy, the most abused, from the sense that It's
Really?
always because
Oh man, let me turn the camera
Hold
to
on.
you. They want to see you explain
what
this.
this is pretty much what Chris Rock said. Men feel like they're always being used. You feel me?
Right.
The provider. So then I think that men who are weaker in nature think that's a reason to be tough or
Now,
aggressive.
and that's in this generation, or is that in the past generation?
In this generation.
Because in this generation, these men ain't providing shit.
You talking to the ones you've been talking to.
No, I'm not talking about myself. Because I don't need a, like we discussed this. I don't need a man for nothing.
I've seen.
A man is good for me for point blank. Period. That's
I
it.
think it depends
I make my own
though.
money, so it's
Right.
The ones who actually can provide money, a lot of them will be like, "Fuck that, she just a hoe." Like if you hear what what's his name Pompano Kid rapper
Yeah, you know,
Kodak Black.
Right.
You know, he just trashes like women now, but I think it comes from the point he's like, "Yo, I've been used a lot. I don't care." You feel me? Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
okay. Because he like them ratchet.
Yeah, he
He's like them. He like it's the women that it's the women that these men are dating.
Let me
You
throw-
can't categorize all
Vice
women
versa,
as the
too.
women that you're dating.
Hold
Because we're
up.
not all like that. We all some of us have actual substance to ourselves. You know.
That's true, but I see what he's talking about because I dated church girls,
Exactly.
career women, all different women, and they South Florida, even if they're from another states, New York, whatever, they exhibited that same, like Nadisha saying. Nadisha saying we're in a hookup culture. Loyalty is not a focus these days for some people.
Be honest about
We're in
it.
a
at
hookup
least.
culture.
Be honest.
There were women who were in church and reading Bible scriptures to me, and they're so savage when nobody's around.
Yeah.
They are more savage than me. It was shocking to me. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, you
They be
had-
the worst ones though.
they will fuck some dude and kiss you in the mouth the next day and nothing. So I mean,
And maybe you can relate to this, King Aries. Like, I'm a very charismatic dude. If I go out, I have a good time. Women tend to enjoy my company. You feel me? So a lot of women, I realized, they weren't necessarily using me for money or whatever. They were using me for entertainment, for company. Every time I'm out with Dr. P, it's always a good time. You feel
Good
me?
time.
So it's like they weren't necessarily providing me anything. Maybe company, you know what I'm saying?
But
But I was providing.
But
I
they-
was providing the entree. They provided like, I don't know, some Doritos or some shit.
right. But it's
You mean
like
the advertisers?
The advertisers.
they have the mental wherewithal to come to a point where they say to themselves, I can hang out with this guy and not be emotionally attached to this guy at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you got some women out here, all you gotta do is take him out, get a 4 for 4, and they be riding your dick by the end of the night.
True.
You know what I mean? And they try to be your boo.
Yeah.
So at least that tells me the nuances of the women you choose.
Yeah, but
that tells me about
the
you.
point I was trying to say is they were getting more from my pot than I was getting from their pot. You know what I mean? And I was a little bitter about that. You feel me? Go ahead.
No, sorry about that. I pronounced her name wrong. She just let me know.
Okay. I was a little bitter about that because my time is privileged. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? You can still hang out with me, but only up to a certain amount of time if you're not putting back in the pot. Does that make sense?
Let's get over to Queen Bee real quick. She's chilling.
Go ahead.
What you got?
I got a whole bunch of people here saying something.
Read that out here
Listen,
right now.
Roberto said these women been raised wrong by someone. They actually loved you. Can't fault them, but they didn't know any better. Now it's on a man. If he have patience to mold her the right way because she's too damaged. Then my homegirl was like, yeah, it took her 4 years to actually fully heal from her situation. Roberto then said some move on fast because they got to keep up with their lifestyles and the bills she needs help with. She could have been the problem. Also, don't cheat for fun. Women ain't gonna tell you everything.
Oh, who said that?
Roberto?
Roberto, you just dropped a gem. That is a gem. Because here's the thing. This is what are we not addressing here? We're not addressing the loyal woman. We're not addressing the loyal man.
Yeah.
Even in pop culture.
What's missing?
Not even just that. What does the loyal man look like? What is the loyal woman look like? She
People
looks
don't know.
depressed. She looks depressed. She looks beat down. She looks broke. She looks lonely. She looks like that. But when the side chick over here is wearing designer clothes, it just side chicks and promiscuity and just all of that different stuff when it comes to, fucking people over, it's become so glamorized now. Love and hip hop, like B was talking about, like
Yeah.
he was talking about. The side chick or the fucking people over has become so popularized and glamorized. You see, what does the side chick look like? What does she look like? What does the side dude
She
look
got
like?
on heels.
He drive a nice car.
She got on
Bill's
a
getting
red
paid.
dress.
Bill's looking paid. She looks happy. She's
They
not
don't.
happy.
They don't.
No,
The
she's not
side
happy.
chick doesn't look like me.
Go ahead. She's not happy, but
She's
she
not-
looks happy.
She died, but like I'm saying, a lot of people are basic. They don't see it. They just look at looks.
Superficial.
They look at the superficial aspect. I'm talking about expand on this. What is it?
Everything is not as it
what you-
seems, people.
As a woman, what do you think women?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the.
What does a loyal woman look like to you? That's you, but
I'm regular. I'm a regular, degular type of woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't drive a fancy car. I don't have like extremely fancy clothes. I have my own little style.
though.
And even still, like I like what I like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable and casual. That's just me. I kick it. You know what I'm saying?
But if you
I
want-
can but I can get glamorous when I need to.
But if you wanted to be a savage and you wanted to tax these dudes, their
Oh, but I
pockets,
could.
You
though.
could.
I could.
Yeah,
You could.
I could.
But you're mature enough, and you got to respect for yourself enough to say
That I
that.
don't
You know
need
what?
to go to-
I don't have to use every tool in my tool
I
belt.
sure don't.
Yeah.
You don't got to use every tool in
Yeah.
your tool belt.
Yeah. Only if you were like the last, last of a dying breed, and the world's about to end or
Listen,
some
I've
shit.
been through it all. I've been damaged.
Yeah.
I've been broken, and I done dust myself off and tried again. And there ain't no pressure. Like
Yeah.
I love myself. I know my self worth. So I'm not out here pressed about nothing.
But Nadesh's, hopefully I said it right, compatibility is far too important. Problem is, people align themselves to people that are not a fit for them. We
Yeah.
cannot mold people to how we want to see them.
I
if
think you
puzzles don't fit, we can't force it.
I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you can mold people if you communicate and they're willing to be
I'm not
molded.
molding
I ain't
nothing, bro.
molding.
I said no.
Oh yeah.
I said willing on both sides,
right,
meaning
right.
like you have the person who's like comfortable in themselves, and you have a damaged guy or girl. Then they're open about it. It's like help. You know what I'm saying? Help get them there. Do you want to? Do you need to make that sacrifice? No. It's a lot of times.
Let me ask you a question.
I'll be your
Do you
friend.
You feel me?
Let me ask you guys both a question.
Diddy
Do you
and
feel like-
Cassie, for example.
Do you feel like two damaged
Right.
people would work better together than a damaged and an undamaged person?
It's like symbiosis. Sometimes you have I forget what it's called. You have two entities that are damaged. They don't work good together because they're both just sucking off each other, right? But sometimes if they acknowledge that they're both like damaged and they actually strive to get better, it's not the worst thing. You know what I'm saying? When you have someone who is not damaged and someone who is damaged, it can work as long as the damaged person is willing to let the non-damaged person lead, and there's that trust there. You feel me? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Kind of like meet me halfway.
Yeah, exactly. It's not necessary. No, you don't have to do this for anybody, right? If you're not damaged, you don't need to go get another damaged person, But if you want to save someone who is willing to be saved, and who also
But see,
You're doing the Superman
but this
right
is the
now.
problem, though.
sure.
In our generation, okay, a lot of people accept these dragged relationships because the people that they look up to, like famous celebrities, their drag relationships are so hyped up. You know what I'm saying? In the spotlight, like,
Hey,
oh, this is perfect.
Gucci Mane and what's her name?
Keisha Dior.
Congrats. There you go. Gucci Mane, Keisha Dior.
But look at Beyonce and Jay Z.
Yeah.
That's a couple in itself. Jay Z is a dirtbag. You understand what I'm saying? And their relationship is so hyped up and deemed like, oh, relationship goals. So then you got people that's in real life like me and you that ain't got that much money, and we feel like, okay, well, if Jay Z doing that to Beyonce, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna accept it too, because you know what I'm saying? That's what.
Nah, you don't gotta do that. Nah, you don't gotta do that.
Jay spoke about that. Jay spoke about that in an interview not too long
Yeah,
ago. He spoke about
New York Times, I think, with Homeboy.
Yeah, he spoke about that, and he said, sometimes when you don't know how to, you don't love yourself in certain ways.
Yeah.
You only can go based off of what you know, and what you know is to kind of go around and look for that.
So then let's flip role reversal real quick. Let's flip it around. Does the one who's dragging, do they have an obligation? Because sometimes you actually got in a relationship with good intentions. And then either another woman came or a career or something came along that you said, you know what? I think this is a better choice for me. Do you have any obligation to your
Sometimes
partner?
people being dragged, the victim, sometimes they set themselves up for that. It's like they want to be. I've been out with women who say, I'll pay all your bills. Your job is just to fuck me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yo, we got fighting
No.
over that.
Okay, I got you.
We
But
got
right
fighting
now,
over that.
we're saying two people were not damaged. They were good.
Right, they were good.
Two people were good.
Right.
No non-damaged products. Straight from aisle one, fresh and so clean. And then
So
You know,
it's
something
basically
in the
one is
equation
coming, one is
changed.
about to come up,
One is about to come up.
and they're supposed to just think, and they're just gonna drop the other person. Is that where you're
My,
getting at?
my thing is, everyone's a free human being. Personally, I want to come up. So, in any partner that I look like that's gonna be long term, I'm gonna see, can she come to that level with me? If she can't, she won't be there. But some people aren't even thinking about that. You know, Dwayne Wade and his first high school love. You know what I mean? I think that was real. I don't think that was whatever. And then
He may have been around different circles.
you know what I'm saying? And he got to the NBA.
Money gets to people's brains.
But that's what I'm saying.
Money
Well,
and fame, it gets to people sometimes.
Well,
I feel like
I don't think the breakup was clean, right? You know, I think. What do you?
Maybe there's unresolved feelings there. But my thing is, if a person doesn't want to be with you, I think it's the best thing in the world to say, you know what, you don't want to be with me. At least I have clarity. At
Yeah,
least you don't-
right,
I know
but
you don't-
they're
Exactly.
not doing that though. They're not giving
That's-
it clarity.
yeah, that's
they
right.
just coming up. All right, I'm big now. I'm famous. I'm a
Cool.
celebrity. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It is what it is. Let me shit on this person that was here for me when I
Look.
ain't have shit. That's you don't do
Make-
stuff like
Yo,
that.
I have my coming up story. Not like that.
But
Not yet.
let's go
ahead.
to a comment. if you
Sure,
don't
go
mind. Nadesh, she says dating someone who is damaged can be exhausting. I want to date someone who will give me their all, not someone who can only give me 50% because they are all guarded because of their past relationship. Not all women are the same.
Sure. I was gonna say one who dates someone who is damaged. You have to be really strong in the first place, right? If you are, you know what I mean.
That's a good question.
If you're not that strong, you shouldn't even take it on, right? If you don't want to have that burden, it is kind of a burden. Go ahead, though.
It reveals a bigger problem. That means that you're like a serial dater. It's almost like you need the company of other
Yeah.
people.
But there are people out here that's like that. They
Yeah.
cannot be alone. So
Get
they
up.
just keep. They just what do you call it?
What is
To
it?
keep-
What is that? When you can't be alone and you just keep dating.
Oh,
people,
like
you
a
keep
serial
dating.
serial
monogamy.
dater?
Yeah.
Serial monogamy. It's kind of like you never see that person alone. They always up to, I'm not going to disclose her name, but there's a friend of mine who told me what a hoe told her. A certified hoe told her. And she's a proud hoe. The best
Hey, as
way
long
to
as
get
you own it,
She owns it.
as long as you own it, it's cool.
The best way to get over somebody is to get up under the next person.
Oh my God.
That's
That's
no.
what people are doing out here.
That's-
They're damaged and they're going to the
That's
next,
that's a void that you have personally.
which is why they keep
That one yeah, exactly. I'm explaining it for our viewers. That one
Robert got a lot
person
to say.
fulfilled. Once they left, it's gaping again. So you quickly need to replace it instead of learning to fulfill yourself.
right.
But anyways,
Nobody wants to go through the breakup though.
thinking about that proud host situation, we're gonna talk about sexual freedom next week. Just
Yes,
keep
we
y'all
definitely are.
tuned.
Robert got a lot to say. He said, I ain't got time to mold no grown ass woman. We talking
Ooh.
about 80,000 to 2,000 babies, maybe if we was back in the 60s when people had morals and
Yeah.
value. I like that. And then he also went to say that I can't use Jay-Z and Beyonce as a comparison because the support class and high class. It don't matter.
But I think you
Circumstances
kind of were getting at that, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're saying, then you have poor people who's
Right.
doing that, but their money situation is different.
And then he says, what if you both know that you're broken and are into each other, but want to wait before you take the step together? But at the same time, knowing
Yeah.
that too much time is passing by, but don't want to drag them down with
Yes.
you, should you let go?
I agree. You got to be ready. Nadesh.
I think
Nadesh.
I think as long as you're open about it, and at the same time, there's plenty of fish in the sea. So you don't have to be sticking to that one person and hoping that they stick to you.
But the underlying issue is that nobody wants to be alone and go through the breakup process.
They
don't wanna
got
be
to
at
though.
home.
You got to learn.
They don't want to go through it. They don't
Okay.
want to go through the Netflix and the ice cream. They don't want to go through.
Hey, don't do the
Baby,
ice cream.
that's
Don't
the
do the
best
ice cream.
time.
Keep it
Yeah.
fit.
See,
Keep
that's
it
why you
fit.
need to have good people in your corner. This is the time
Support
where
system.
you need to have a good support system.
Right.
If you're going through a really bad
Support
breakup,
system.
your friends, your support system are supposed to be there to get you through this
People
time.
who will listen
They're not
to
supposed to
you,
be pushing you into a new relationship.
who will pick you
No.
up, who will say,
You
hey,
need-
let's
you
go
need
get
time
some
to
coffee.
heal.
Let's
You
go
need
out.
time to heal and chill and kick it.
I hate when people do that. They say, "Yo, just go see somebody else." I'm like, "Yo,
No, you
stop doing
You're supposed to be inviting that person to go party with you. Like even if I'm good with my homegirl and my homeboy struggling, hey yo, we about to go out to dinner tonight. You want to come? You look out for people.
Yo, Pete, how you feeling after that breakup, man? What happened? How do you feel?
You know
what do
how
you
you
like? This
feel, like-
one-on-one. Like people are always telling them.
But there be women and men out here that be about to kill themselves, like really hard down, like just
They
can't
did.
do it.
Yo.
There was a recent I forget.
Kill themselves because they don't see themselves without that
nobody
person.
else.
Exactly.
They don't feel worthy of being single. Me personally, when I'm single, I feel like I can focus more. There are positives to being single. You can focus
Yeah.
more. You don't got to worry about calling nobody at a certain time.
And nobody, you gotta worry about nobody running on your back, you running
My
behind
thing
you
is-
and blowing up your phone
So-
and asking you what you're doing, right?
Hey man, check.
Let's keep it positive in the sense that we're saying these are things people are not doing. Let's start to say these are things people must learn to do. You feel me?
Right. People
You got-
need
you
to-
gonna learn
have to
today.
learn- People need to. First of all, we all were born alone, right? Okay.
Right.
So you need
Yeah.
to learn. We need to learn how to be alone, and a lot of people don't know how to be alone. They are very scared of being by themselves. Baby, it's nothing wrong with being by yourself.
I be going
there's
out by
nothing
I be going out
wrong
by
with
myself,
that.
having the best times ever.
But yeah, exactly, by yourself, because you can get all the numbers. You can go,
Yeah.
nobody don't worry about
Get all the numbers. Sometimes I don't even want to get numbers. I just want to vibe.
But
Something,
just want to vibe, and you don't have to worry about nobody watching over you, like looking at you. But the thing is, females, go through the breakup.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix, change the
Buy it
batteries.
solo.
Change the batteries on the thing that you got at
Get
home.
some ice cream,
Get some
order
ice
some
cream.
pizza, get some wings. Like I like to eat. So.
Guys,
Oh
fellas,
my gosh.
use your hand, whichever hand you use.
Yeah.
My thing is, I would rather do that than lay up next to somebody afterwards.
Find a good
Yeah, then
hobby.
find a positive thing outside of that.
Yeah, go to nature. Go find a new hobby. Some of y'all just bored. Some of y'all just bored
They
and y'all
gotta
think.
they have to be up under somebody. That's puzzling to me.
You
It's
know,
like
life is it should be enough companionship. Everything else is just extra. You know,
Right.
I don't need to be up
It's
under
the added
nobody.
bonus.
it's an added bonus.
You need to
you
love
know?
yourself. Your self-love should be number one.
Yo.
Love
Everything else
yourself.
should be an
Love your
added
bodies.
I don't
Cause
know.
yourself.
I feel better when I'm single, to be honest. That's me. I prefer to be single. I prefer to do
Similar.
what I want.
That's because you just ain't
Similar.
found the right person yet. That's why.
Similar
Balance you out.
until
Yeah.
like you said, we were having this conversation the other day. Until I find somebody, I'm like, yo, that's Mrs.
God gotta
Right.
say,
You know what I'm saying?
God gotta come to P and say, yo, that's you.
That's you.
And he gotta put it in y'all, whatever.
That's you.
Right.
Listen,
And
I
if
love,
that
I
never-
love my support
if
team.
that never
So
happens, I'm
I
good.
know. If there was ever a time that I was down and out, my support team is gonna be like, girl.
We here for you, B. B.
Got
We're
some
here.
batteries
We're
for
here.
you.
Hey. I might be the one. Too. I'm that support team. I'm gonna be like, girl.
Right.
You know, QB thought of us last Friday. She went out and she hit us up. She was like, yo, y'all want to come out with us?
Yo,
Very few girls out here do that.
she's one of the coolest chicks I've ever
You know,
experienced.
exactly.
One of the coolest
You
down.
know, my
Hey.
my situation wasn't right, but I would have came if it was.
Right, but she's just so chill.
Yeah.
She's not
I be
try-
chilling.
She not trying to be up
Do
under
too
nobody.
much.
She not trying to. Oh man, what? When you with the girl, you go out on the first date, and then she texts you after.
Yeah.
What are we? What do you mean, fuck her? We just went on one date. Why are you trying to
Yeah.
force it? You trying to be up under this?
It's a middle ground. If you've been
I
dating,
just
if
be
you're going out for
chilling.
months and you wanted something, be upfront. Be like, hey, don't say what I already say. Hey, I want something from this.
It's been a week.
No,
Yeah.
but some women like I feel like women get and they feel like they own it. Like, girl, how you own something that don't belong to you? I don't be getting that. Like, I don't understand it. But this goes back. Like, we'll talk about the sexual freedom next week because I can't wait to talk about that.
Talk about it. Talk about
So
it.
we're gonna have to wrap up here.
Definitely gonna
We
wrap
could
up.
go on, but you know it's Wednesday, it's hump day.
So
We're
wait,
gonna finish up.
we gotta fill
Let's-
it up.
yeah, we're gonna
We gotta
wrap it up. We're gonna
smooth,
wrap-
yeah, smooth it out. What,
All right, so
what are the
basically-
points today? Go ahead.
Ladies, know your worth. Fellas, know your worth. Okay, it's okay to be alone. You don't need to depend on somebody else's comfort or somebody else's money to make the world go round. You can make the world go round for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta know how to love yourself. Be happy within yourself. You cannot expect to receive happiness from another person. You know what I'm saying?
That's just like
I
what
would-
Luke said.
I-
A lot of people don't like being alone because they eventually start looking inward, and that idea scares them.
Yep. Gotta get over that.
Are
Gotta
you
look
going
inward.
into a
going into
casket
self.
with somebody?
You ain't going into a
Are
casket.
you no? When you
Even-
die, you don't die with nobody. You
Yeah.
die by yourself. So
Yeah.
what's the problem?
Exactly. And the second point is communicate, right? Let's stop playing mind games
Yes.
with each other, right? Let people know where you're at emotionally. Share some vulnerabilities if you need to as time goes on, so that because if you tell someone you're in a bad situation and they still try to fuck you over, that person is the devil. You feel me?
Right. Leave them alone.
Communicate, be honest, and stop using me.
And then the
Like,
third,
just be upfront. Seriously.
Be upfront.
my third point.
Or if you want to use them, tell them you want to use them and let them make that option. Let
The
them make
third
that
point. I
decision.
know we left this back in 2016.
Hey, reminders are
Waste her time. Waste his time. Hashtag waste his. If you're not ready to be in a relationship, you got in a relationship a month ago.
Yeah.
And you've been together with somebody for 5 years, the rule is you got to take at least 3 months for every year you've been together with that person. Stop wasting people's time. Stop trying to look for the comfort
Yeah.
that you're looking through somebody else.
Yeah.
You're never going to be happy through anybody else. You can only be happy and add to someone's happiness.
Oh, and
Someone could-
ladies, boss up. Get your own money. Stop
Boss
using
up.
these men for money,
Hey,
man. Get
man.
your own bag. Because
Hey.
guess what?
But I'm
When they leave you, you're not going to have no money. What are you going to have? How are you going to get through your life? You're not gonna
You
be able to,
you
right?
gonna swipe his card. It's gonna say
Decline. So, no.
I'ma say that.
Let's get
I'm gonna
this
say
bag
that.
up.
I'm gonna say that too for men because I know there's a lot of bossed up men, but I've been hearing a lot of too much complaints from women who saying men are using them for money too, bruh.
Fellas, y'all need to boss
Bruh.
up too. You can't have women out here bossing up on you and you just broke.
And on the third option, women and men do not be simps, right? Meaning, do not throw money at someone who isn't bossed up, right? Tell them, hey, you cool, but you gotta get your shit together if you're gonna hang with me. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Don't enable that behavior either if you actually have leverage.
If you see somebody's hurt and you see somebody's in a situation to where they feel like they're still
Yeah.
not over something, let them know, hey, sweetie, I don't think you're over whatever. We can talk about it, but as friends.
Yeah.
Like, you don't seem like you're ready for anything intimate.
Yeah.
We just maybe need to be homies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If something happens down the line, whatever, God only knows. But stop wasting each other's time.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't drag nobody. And don't let yourself get dragged either.
With that said,
Don't
we
be the
out.
dragger and don't be the draggy. How about that?
Hey, yo, catch me outside. No, but,
All right.
all right.
We're out.
It
Deuces
is
got
a
the
wrap. We'll see you guys next week when we're going to talk about sexual freedom. If you are prude, you might not want to tune into that show. If you're anybody that gets offensive, you might not want to tune into that show because I'm really going to be
It's also gonna challenge.
picking on y'all females that like to fucking slut bash women.
Oh,
It's also
God.
about gender norms and a bunch of stuff. What's expected of women and men.
Yeah, if you don't like it, hit fast forward. We don't care.
Or just hit block or unfollow.
we kind of care.
You're
We kind
lost.
of care. Subscribe to our YouTube video.
All right,
page.
we love you
Oh
guys.
yes, we forgot to tell them we have an Instagram page. If you're not following us already on Instagram, please follow us at UN_sweet tea on Instagram. We also have a like page
Yo,
on Facebook.
you're from New York. You talk kind of fast. Slow that down for people. I'm just saying.
All right. Let me go back. Unsweet tea. So it's UN_sweet tea. That's our Instagram page. And we also have a Facebook like page. If you haven't already liked our page, go ahead and do that now. Unsweet tea. And anything else?
Our YouTube page. Hit subscribe.
Oh, yes, we have a YouTube page. Unsweet tea. Subscribe to YouTube.
And
please.
share it with people, please. If you
Share our videos. Let them know, like, you know.
Comments, questions,
Yeah.
Let
inboxes.
us
please.
know if you have anything.
if
that
you
wanna-
found this helpful, like share it. You know what I
Inbox
mean?
me. Anytime. I'm King Aries 31 on Instagram.
Blasian Chick, that's BLASIIANCHII.
Where you at on Instagram?
I'm at Dr. PDOCTAHP. We just want people to be responsible savages.
If you
out
got
there.
any
That's
questions or ideas for future shows, any topics for future shows you want us to talk about, hit us up.
Right.
All right.
All right, cool. We out. We
Have
out.
a
We
good
out.
one. Later.
Peace.
Bye.
Deuces.